Hello there, David Breslow back here with you once again. In today's mental golf training tip, I want to talk to you about a really important word. It is trust. So many golfers I talk to seemingly just don't trust their own swing. They don't trust themselves. How can you trust a swing if you don't trust yourself? So many times golfers are looking at the wrong thing to trust. Everybody talks about trusting their swing. How do I trust my swing, Dave? How do I trust my swing? Well, if you want to trust your swing, the swing is just an appendage of you. If you don't trust you, how are you going to trust your swing? So, you practice, you practice, you practice, you go to the range, you play golf once, twice, 3 times a week, whatever you do. You're swinging the golf club quite a lot. The trust factor comes in when you're actually willing to mess up. I know this is going to sound kind of strange, but the people who trust themselves the most are the ones who have had experiences on all ends of the spectrum. Because when you're playing great, that's one thing. Things are easy when things are going well, right? But when things aren't going well, and you still manage to play decently, you still, without your A game, and talked about that in another training video, without your A game, you're still able to play a round of golf and be okay. That's how you develop trust. Trust doesn't just come with playing great all the time, because nobody plays great all the time. But you can learn trust by not playing so great. I know it seems counterintuitive, and it may sound kind of strange, but when you're able to not play great and figure out what to do and recover, it builds a sense of trust. And you also want to be supporting yourself as much as possible. How do you do that? Do you talk well to yourself? Do you think well of yourself? I'm not talking about being arrogant or super confident to where you're annoying people. I'm talking about a sense of oneself where you just feel so comfortable in your own skin. So many golfers I talk to are not that comfortable in their own skin. Here's a way to do that. Get your focus off of the outcome and get it on what we call the process. The process is what you can control. When you focus on things you can control, and I talked about this in an earlier video, when you focus on things you have 100% control over, the trust factor goes from here to here. It rises quite sharply because here's what's actually happening. And people who know me know I like to give a voice to body parts like a cartoon. When you focus on things you can control, what's happening in your body is literally saying, oh, thank you very much. Thank you. You're asking me to do something I can actually do. And it gets very calm, it gets very relaxed, your emotions settle down, and you get this inner sense of confidence that just feels quiet and confident. And you don't have to say anything. It just exudes out of you, comes out of your pores. That's what really confident people do. Did you ever notice when you're around somebody who's really confident, they don't have to say anything. They're just walking around saying very little. They move confidently, they reach for things confidently, they step confidently, and they prepare confidently. Why can't you do that on the golf course? You absolutely can. It's a matter of one person knowing that what they're focusing on, they have complete control over. That completely brings the body down to this really comfortable place. It's this thing that, it's the way we're made. Why is that true? It's because the body is literally sensing and it understands that you're asking it to do something it can actually do in that moment. So why does it have to be going crazy? There's nothing to react to. If you ask it to focus on things it can't do in the moment, like score or outcomes or results, your body can't do anything about that in this particular moment. That's in the future. So you need to get that focus back to what you have 100% control over right now. That is probably the #1 way that I know of to build trust, because trust is an automatic byproduct of that. Try it. See what's going to happen to you. Try it at the range. Try it on the course. Dave Breslow, glad to be back here with you once again. Please visit me at www.mentalgolfcoaching.com for some free stuff. And in here, leave me a message. Would love to get in a chat in cyberspace with you. Tell me what's happening with you. Would love to hear about it. Dave Breslow, thank you. Good to talk with you. Take care.